So, common tips on how can you help your student? Because obviously, if you're watching this, you're signing up for a conference, you're involved. I know that you're involved because you want to help your student. And first, just let me say thank you. I really appreciate that. I know it's not easy, and I really sincerely appreciate all of the time and effort and energy that you are putting into this as families. So, how can you help? So, the first thing that I'll say to you is only check their grades on Parent Portal. I'm going to show you here just in a second how to actually get in the Parent Portal. The other things are generally accurate, but we're going to talk about some of the issues with Google Classroom that I use in a little bit. I don't use Canvas, so if you check Canvas, you're not going to see their grades. Canvas grades are not always accurate. There's a whole host of things going on, but Parent Portal, that is the officially adopted grade book that I will use to fill out the report cards. So when you check grades, if you see an error, please let me know. If there is something that they did that they turned in late, please email me. The only way I know to go back to look at it is if you let me know. I mean, I will occasionally catch stuff, but that's more of an accident. So email me and say, hey, this was missing from such and such a day, and they completed it, and I'll know what it is. Please be specific, right? That's really helpful to let me know what it is. So how do you get to check their grades? I'm going to show you. So I'm going to get out of this presentation here for a minute, and I'm going to go to let me sign out here. I'm going to go to my class homepage, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways. So first, here's the Bristow Middle School homepage. Okay. How do you check their grades? If you scroll down to where it says online progress reports, you have access to their grades 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you click parent connection, it will open a window. You do have a PIN and a password to log in with. If that is not working, your student can log in using the Student Connect portal. This one, we've used it so many times, I'm sure they know how to do it at this point, but it's their Google account that they'd use to log in. Okay, so what if Student Portal doesn't work? What if Parent Portal doesn't work? Then what you'd want to do is actually, let me go back to Bristow's homepage. Below all of that, there is a thing here that tells you, parents, families, if you've lost the PIN or password, here's how you can get it. You can send me an email. Sometimes I can recover it, but often that's your best bet. Okay, so the other thing is if you want a longer set of directions on that, if you go to my class page, yeah, I have an FAQ video library. So like here's the weekly update for this week. Here's a whole bunch of different stuff. So how can you change your name in Zoom? How can you check student grades? How can you add or delete Google Classroom? And when I make a video for a common question, I try to post it over here. But getting back to our presentation, make Parent Portal your first stop. Okay. Next tip I can give you, this kind of goes with the first one. Don't rely on Google Classroom to monitor work completion. They can hit turn in for work that they didn't do anything on. It's the same as if we were back in school and they were throwing things in the inbox. They could put an empty worksheet in the inbox, but it doesn't mean that they did anything. So a lot of students, I wouldn't say a lot, some students are hitting turn in and showing you they turned in their work, but either they're confused or they're trying to pull a fast one and they're not doing the work. If that's what you want to use to validate they finished their work, just make sure that they actually show you the assignment and show you here's what I did, that it's completed to the best of their abilities. All right, the next tip is have students use Zoom to ask questions. The students who ask the most questions are typically the students who really probably don't need to ask questions because they're already doing awesome. There is no reason to be scared of asking questions. I love to help students out. That's the whole reason that Miss Mendoza and I do this job. And so we have Zoom support Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 1:30. Please have them show up. Now, a couple things. They might have to wait a while because if I'm working with a student or two, I usually try to keep that time so that students feel like they're not being watched by other students and they're comfortable asking questions. So they might be in the waiting room for a little bit. The second thing is if students don't show up at 1:30 and I'm on there for like 20, 25 minutes and nobody showed up, I do close it out. So please do try to have your student be prompt because if they try to get on at 1:30, absolutely they will get in, right? Even if it's 3 o'clock, if it takes that long, I'll hang out for that long. But if they try to get in at 2:10, there's no guarantee that I'm still going to be on that long if all the students who showed up at 1:30 have been helped. But it's an underutilized resource, and it's something where if students have questions, of course I love and appreciate that you are supporting them, but know that they can come to us as well, so that you don't have to worry about, well, where is this assignment? What does this mean? We're all working together on that one. And then the last thing is just email us if things don't sound right. I've gotten a couple emails from parents where they're like, "I'm so sorry to bother you," or "Thank you so much for your time." And we want to communicate with you and be team partners here. So any kind of positive and helpful emails and collaboration where we can respectfully and kindly work together to support your student, that's what education is supposed to be all about. So please don't ever feel like you're bothering us with an email. We love to work with you. And so that's just it. I'm going to try to keep this one short, but big things, just do your best. Right? As we go through student-led conferences, don't make it about grades or perfection. That's not reasonable for anybody in normal times, and there's a lot of reasons why students are struggling right now. All we want you to do is just do your best. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever your best is, awesome. There's a lot of reasons why kids are turning things in late, missed assignments, stuff happens. There's no judgments right now. We just want to help support you and your student as best we can, and which is why I'm putting this video out. So thank you so much for your time, for your help, for your patience, for working with your students, and I hope that is helpful.